What was your first acting job that you
Oh,
remember?
my first acting job was a Bronx Tale.
Are you serious? That was your
Yeah.
first acting job.
I was I was an undercover actress. My family did not know that I was acting because every time I would mention it, they weren't being mean. They weren't like, "Oh, you can't do it" or negative. They would just like laugh or think it was unrealistic. It wasn't like anybody was going, my mother and father were already dead, so I didn't have parents saying, "Oh, you got to do this, that." Anyway, even if my mother and father were alive, it was very dysfunctional. They wouldn't give a shit anyway. It wasn't like go to school or anything like that. But it was more like, you got two kids, where you going? Like that, or like you got to be, you got to support yourself. Not being mean, just be looking out for me. And so I was doing it on the down low. I would get backstage. I would do all these little things, go on auditions through backstage. And when I was at the Hunts Point Terminal Market, this woman, Annabella, who I worked with, said, there's an open call. Because they knew I was doing it. They said, there's an open call. Rob De Niro's got an open call for a little boy. You should take your son and then you can meet him. We didn't know how it worked. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'll take my son for Calogero. I take my son on the open call. There was an open call for Calogero. And when I'm there, I see that the women start walking in that look like me, walk like me, and talk like me. And I was like, shit, what are they here for? I could do whatever they're here for. When the casting director came out with my son, I said, could I go in with whatever they're going in for? And she goes, the little boy's role is an open call. Today, the wife, and I didn't know the wife was De Niro's wife. She goes, the wife is not an open call, but if we don't find it today, a SAG actress today, it's an open call tomorrow. Call me in the morning and I'll let you know if you could come back. So I said, oh, okay. I'm getting dressed. I'm ready to go to work. I said, you know what? Let me call. I call up. I said, hey, did you find the wife? And she goes, no, you can come. I went back. This is a God's honest true story. I went back and I auditioned and I go home and my cousin comes with me to the audition. I tell her and she's like, what? I was like, just come with me, please. I'm nervous. She comes with me. I do my audition. The next morning, I'm getting dressed for work again. The phone rings. My cousin, I thought my cousin called somebody and say, call and act like she got, like they were goofing on me. I answered the phone. I'm getting dressed for work. And she goes, hi, this is Ellen Chenoweth. You were here. You came in for, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, she goes, Bob wants to meet you. And I hung up the phone. And I said to my cousin, oh, you're so fucking funny. She goes, oh, I didn't do anything. I said, oh my God. The phone rings, she calls back. She goes, hi, this is Ellen Chenoweth. Listen, Bob saw your tape. He wants to know if you would like you to come down for a call back. And I was like, Bob who? And she goes, Robert De Niro. And I was like, what? Robert De Niro saw my tape? And I went down yes, I can. Yes. I went down. There was like 2,500 girls there. And I waited a long time, like 3 hours. I finally got in that room. It was De Niro and Chaz, Jane Rosenthal, and the casting director. I got in the room. And, here's the thing. When I was down in that waiting room and I saw all these girls there, and I said, holy shit, I thought it was just going to be like me. I didn't understand how this worked. I never did anything professional yet. And I looked around. I made my aunt. I told my aunt what I did. And I said, please come with me. I'm nervous. I went down to Tribeca. And I remember I looked around and they were getting close to me. And I looked up in the atrium and I saw De Niro look over and he waved. And I went, oh my God, De Niro just looked over. He's up there. Oh my God. And my aunt goes, calm down. I said, oh my God, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm too nervous. I couldn't breathe. Felt like I was going to pass out. And all of a sudden I thought about my mother and me and my mother, what we used to do, what I told you, we used to do our thing. And When my mother was alive, she said, please become an actress. I want you to work with Robert De Niro. He's my favorite. You got to become an actress. Please work with Robert De Niro. I love him. And I remember all these in the atrium, like all the sun was coming in and all these little, you know, when the sun has like sun particles in the rays. And I looked up and I said, Mom, please don't make me nervous anymore. Take it away from me. If I go in there, I'm nervous. I won't get the role. I got to be calm. Please, Mom, please stay with me. And I remember this. I'm not joking. This whole warm feeling came over me. And I just looked at my aunt and I just like got calmed down. And they go, Kathrine Narducci. And it came right back up. I was like, oh, fuck. And I started getting closer and closer and closer. And I walked in the room and Chaz was there. And he went, hi. And I was like, hi. And I was like so nervous. And he goes, say hi to Bob. And I was like, I did not want to turn my head and see Robert De Niro's face. I went, and I just started feeling buzzing in my head. My fingers were numb. And he looked at me, I said, I'm so nervous. I have to be honest with you. Honesty. I have to be honest with you. I'm so nervous right now. He goes, you're supposed to be nervous. Go sit down, have some water. When you feel not nervous, just go like this. I sat down, they bring me water, and I look up, and those fucking sun rays are in the room, and I just looked just like this. I said, Mom, this is real. This is not a broken down theater. I'm in the room with your guy. Please, please stay with me. Let me do good. Please, Mom, please stay with me. Got that feeling again, and I just went,
boom.
I'm ready. And he sat down and said, you ready? We're going to read some lines, and then we're going to improvise. Didn't even know what the fuck improvise meant. I read the lines, and he looks at me, and they look at each other like, you sure you're not an actress? Like, you know, I said, no. He said, okay, now we're going to improvise. We start improvising. He tells me, he said, I'm going to say something. Whatever comes natural to you, you say back. We'll do it. I do that. The whole time, my mother is inside my body. I am just like, I did it my whole life. And I'm so calm. I'm so relaxed. I feel like I'm supposed to be here right now. This is where the fuck I am supposed to be. I am supposed to be right here. And I got up, I was done, and he goes, listen, there's a slight chance we may call you to come back. And I was like, oh, okay. I went downstairs, I was done. I went to my aunt, she goes, how did it go? You were in there so long. I said, I think I did good. I think I'm gonna come back. I got home on my answering machine. Hi, you gonna come back? Went back. I did it over and over and over and over until the last, I screen tested. And they said, we're going to call you guys over the weekend. We're going to let everybody know who's in and who's not. And over the weekend, they called me. Chaz called me. He said, hey, Rosina. That's my character's name. I was like, nah! And I got it.
Fucking great story.